key and threw me the keys. I don't think I could see for 5 minutes. And then the gangster side kicked in on him. He said, "Fuck up, man. Stop your crying." I'm like, dude, I can't help it.
So someone you looked at and said, all right, there's no way this guy would be a nice person.
Exactly. I mean, God forgive me, because I was being judgmental, and that's one thing the Bible teaches you. Judge not, and thou shalt not be judged. And God, please forgive me. Never in a million years would I have thought anybody down here would have gone out of their way to do something like that, let alone him.
Right. Well,
and if you're watching, I'm not going to put your name out there, but if you're watching, you know who I'm talking about, and thank you again.
That's awesome.
And at the time, he didn't even know it either. At the time, it was such a blessing because the chair that I had was falling apart. I mean, he didn't know that. I mean, the bearings and the wheels were all, almost gone. And that's why I said God, I think himself stepped in on that one, and all right, it's time. And he's been showing me little things, here and there. This isn't the life for anyone, not just me. Nobody deserves this. No matter what you've done, the life that we live on the streets down here or anywhere, nobody deserves it. We're all God's children, and no matter what we've done, no matter what some in society, like there's going to be some people that are watching this right now that are going to be like, oh, this asshole's full of, all he's doing is just blabbing, and it's so easy to get off drugs. Yeah, okay. For me, getting off drugs, I'm going to say this to the assholes out there, I'm addicted to drugs like you're addicted to air. Stop breathing. How easy is that? No, it's not easy. Okay? Do you smoke cigarettes? Nicotine's a drug.
That is the most addictive drug on the planet, nicotine.
Stop smoking.
7 years later, someone lights up a cigarette.
Yep. And what I want to know is, generally, alcoholism is accepted in society. Oh, he's an alcoholic, he has no choice but to drink. Well, what's the difference between the guy that wakes up shaking because he needs a drink from alcohol and me waking up shaking because I need another cup?
Absolutely nothing. It's because it's socially acceptable in America to drink. And it's the deadliest, most dangerous addiction on the planet. So I agree with you 100%.
And we don't even have to take it as in mind-altering substances. We can take it as far as, say, food.
Food, yeah.
People are addicted to food.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that's asinine. Right. But I'm not going to say, well, you're an idiot. Why don't you just stop eating? No, they're eating because there's more to it than, oh, the food's good, so they're just going to, eat more. Gambling, anything can be addictive.
It's just yours isn't socially acceptable.
Exactly, because, I walk outside the, line, and, it's a lot easier to criticize, and I haven't always been in this chair, and a lot of people that I talk to think, oh, well, he's got it easy. People just hand him, whatever he needs, and, he ain't got no worries. I'll tell you what, you want to see the bad side of people, you want to see what people are really made of, get a wheelchair.
I can only imagine when you go through
And roll around for a day in it.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
People rather ignore you and pretend you're not there than help you. A couple weeks ago, of all things, I was hit by a SEPTA bus in the wheelchair. That's the first thing that broke that chair. Driver wasn't looking, squished me in between the curb and the bus, and it knocked me out of the chair, threw me up on the sidewalk. Here's, this could happen anywhere, but especially in Kensington. I laid on that sidewalk for over a half hour before anybody would even attempt to help me up or even ask if I needed help getting up. It was so wonderful. A woman even came by and gave me a piece of birthday cake while I was on the ground.
Without asking me if you're okay,
I'm bleeding from my elbow, from my head. A couple people I knew were there. They left me on the ground. Chair was in the middle of the street. People were driving around it. My stuff was everywhere, spread everywhere. You know, all the stuff I had in my lap and back of the chair. Nobody helped pick it up. Nobody piled it together. Actually, cars ran over a few things. But yet, me and people just like me, we choose to be here. That's the messed up part. We choose to be here.
You recognize that you choose to be here right now.
I'm so smart that I'm stupid. Because I know what the problem is. The problem's the drugs. Mm-hmm. Solution? Get the hell away from the drugs.
So let's talk about that for a second, real quick. What is it going to take for you to make that? So people want you to get help, and people are going to be willing to help you through that when you decide to get help. And it's up to you when you decide. You may not, you might die before you decide. You know that.
It's coming a lot faster than it should.
Yeah. So it's just, what is it going to take to give you or to make the leap to go to detox? Is it just the fear of the withdrawal right now, with the xylosine withdrawals? Like what's holding you?
I don't think it's. I mean, I know what the pain is. You know, I know what I'm in for, and I don't think it's that anymore. I think I've become so complacent and so stuck in this life.
You're comfortable here.
Yeah, I'm not scared of getting clean. I'm not scared of not having the drugs. I think I'm actually scared of living, not dying. I've come to peace with dying. That I have no control over. But to willingly go out there and have a normal life and worry about everyday things, I think that's what scares me. And I've gotten to the point where I don't want to say I'm content with my life, but my whole world for the past 4.5 years consists of like a half a mile stretch of one street in one city, in one state, in one country. 4.5 years I haven't left it. I haven't been outside the city. I haven't, the furthest I've gone is, maybe center city.
Such a big world too.
Yeah, I mean, but this is my world, right here.
And you're scared to leave it.
I'm not scared of leaving.
You're scared to start a new one.
I'm scared of leaving my escape from reality. And what I mean, I'm scared to leave the drug.
Because then you're gonna have to start dealing with a lot of stuff.
That's when everything in the real world is going to come crashing down, and it's easy to ignore it now because, well, to me it just doesn't exist.
Right.
I finally got a phone that in 4.5 years I probably had, I don't know, maybe 8, 10 cell phones. This is the longest I've been able to hold on to a phone in 4.5 years. And I've had it for all of a week.
And it's the screen's smashed up.
It's not.
You don't even have a cord. We were going to charge it in my car. By the way, will you tell them that I asked you to do this interview in the car, but you wanted to stay here?
Oh, absolutely. He tried to get me in the car. I said no. I mean, I just met him yesterday, but he doesn't seem like that kind to make you suffer just for views or something like that.
No, I was just kind of joking.
Yeah.
But it's such a sad situation. I mean, and the people that have watched your videos, they say how you can just see you progressively getting worse and worse as the videos. And this one's going to be, they're probably going to say, oh wow, he looks even worse now. But that's part of the life of living on the streets.
I went from walking upright, 230-pound man to 3.5 foot tall, 170-pound. I don't even know what you call me now.
A human being.
That's about it, human.
You're a person, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how many open sores on your body are you dealing with? Because that's another thing with the rehab.
Yeah, right now...
is it even possible for you to go to detox? I see one on your hand here.
I would have to be medically cleared, yeah.
So let me see.
That's the worst I have right now.
Okay. And so that's the only open sore you have? Because
correct.
That's part of the getting into detox is the open sore part.
Yeah, you have to be medically cleared.
You have to be medically cleared.
And
all right.
especially with all my other conditions, that there's only going to be... My choice is limited, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, I mean, like I said, that's the worst thing I have. I mean, I had the surgeries on my leg last year, and then this year I had part of my right foot taken from frostbite back in February. October of last year, I had a bunch of metal put in my leg from getting hit by a drunk driver. And then in May, I had it all taken out, which they took out a bunch of bone with it because it all fused to it. So even if I wanted to, I was almost about to say something really dumb. Even if I wanted to walk. No, even if I could walk. My one leg I can't feel to move it. The other leg doesn't have enough bone in it to support my weight. So it's a catch-22.
Right. So... I'm saying, like, for getting into rehab right now, this open sore on your hand.
This would prevent me.
That's okay. And do you know where to go when you're ready to get help? If you're ready, do you know where to reach out?
Oh yes.
So you have all the tools.
Everybody does. I mean, there's not a day that goes by that somebody doesn't offer assistance.
Yeah. When I pulled up, there was ladies in the yellow. And
outreach.
This was the weirdest thing. Like, she actually recognized that I was doing these videos. She was like, "Are you Jeff?" I'm like, "Oh my God, that's the weirdest thing ever." But you're right. They're out here all the time. And she gave me her card. She's like, "You guys can go. You have the tool, or you know where the tools are."
Yeah. I mean, literally every day you're around any SEPTA stop.
Mm-hmm.
There's Outreach, which is an organization that I guess is funded by SEPTA.
Yeah.
And even SEPTA police will come up and ask if you need any services, if there's any way they can help. And literally anybody, not just me, anybody, if they wanted to, by the end of today, they would be somewhere.
Wow. It's just the fear of saying yes and going.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And yeah, like I said, everybody's got their own reasons for being here. Everybody took a different road to get here, but we all ended up in the same place. And there's so many outs.
Wow. So that's at least you guys know. At the very least, you understand if you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad to say because there's people out here to say they have nothing, and there's no hope for them. There's nothing anybody can do. Baloney. There's so many, just like churches.
Yeah.
Church organizations that'll help. Like I said, the outreach, and then there's another program, PAD. It's something that if you get arrested, instead of being charged with crimes, they give you the option go to rehab.
Yeah.
If you get caught with drugs, instead of that affecting you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, they're giving you an out.
Yeah, let's get you out of this instead of it, because I made mistakes real early in life, and it's haunted me forever. 27 years ago, I caught my first felony.
That those things follow you around.
That will never go away.
I caught my felony selling weed when I was 18. I just turned 18, and it's like I'm 42 now. I still got to check the fucking box.
Yep.
It's frustrating. And the funny thing is, I have a medical card to buy weed off the state now.
Yeah.
And I'm a felon for selling weed in the state.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah. All right, so listen, this is wild. This has been a 43 minutes so far.
Wow.
I cannot believe that. People are going to resonate with this interview, and they're going to want follow-ups, and I want to keep come talk to you. Hopefully, hopefully you will say yes. Like I said, I don't preach, but hopefully through this dialogue, you might want to finally try to get help again. And then we're here.
I'm at the edge.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I just need that.
Yeah. Well, I'll come back maybe on like a weekly basis. Say hi. I'll bring you lunch. We'll talk and
you're welcome in my humble abode anytime.
Awesome. Like I said, the people that watch these videos, they love you, and I can see after we just 44 minutes. I thought it was like 10 minutes we just been talking. So there's a reason why they like you. You know what I mean? All right. So I appreciate talking with you, and we will talk to you again soon. All right.
Peace, guys.